double digits. You don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
This returnable with Reed. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Jordan Love, the rest of the Packer offense, ready for their next possession. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On 1st and 10, here comes Jacobs. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. Adrian Taylor Demerson on the tackle. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. On play action, Love. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Love. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. They get 14 out of the screen, and it's a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Carry here for Wilson. Wanarani brings it to the red zone, taken down inside the 20-yard line.
This is a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He's going to keep it himself. Love going to get to the ground, avoid the contact, and pick up a 1st down. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs. And
to the goal line and in. Christian Watson, touchdown, Green Bay. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes DJ Dallas on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. That'll be taken in by Connor. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 7. To throw is Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Now, Murray on the bootleg. He's got his tight end. That's McBride. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Here's a 2nd and 9. On play action, Murray. The blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes.
They probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, nobody fell for it. By the time he finished his fake and got his head around, the defense was all over him.
This is caught. He's got a long way to go.
Seemed to me, Mike, before that ball was even snapped, the quarterback had already made up his mind. I'm throwing the ball to the tight end no matter what the look is, and he's counting on the big body picking up the rest after the catch, and even though he's able to secure the ball, nice job by the defense keeping him short of the sticks.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. And as we look back at some of the highlights of this one, Greg, definitely a lot to show from the passing game.
Yeah, and as good as the offense feels about their passing game, I think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you've got a lot of learning to do because you just get burned time and time again.
They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs. He's going nowhere. Going to lose yardage on that play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. Running is Jacobs. Only need a yard, and it's 4th down. And they'll try it now with Jacobs. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down. They managed to convert. drive alive.
Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Brooks. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. They'll run the toss to Jacobs. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. We'll try to run it here with Jacobs. And he will have a Packers 1st down, I do believe. Gets it by about a yard on 3rd and 3.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. They'll put a receiver in motion right. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. A run up the middle with Jacobs. And he'll get the 1st down there. A pickup of about 5 yards.
And what's that one thing you hear from coaches all the time, Mike, right? Finish strong, and he's doing just that. His numbers here in this one, they have been terrific. But he's going to give you a full 4 quarters, and I think at this point in the game, he knows there's even more yards to be had.
1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Love. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Here's Wilson. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. 3rd down, 3 to go. On the ground, here's Wilson. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards